Welcome back to another Star Citizen video. This is going to be the Lorville city tour. I'm going to show you how to go from logging in to the residential area to getting to your spaceship at the spaceport, how to identify the spaceport from atmosphere, and then going over each district or area and highlight the points of interest. You're going to start off in a room that looks like this. So we're going to go ahead and exit. What we're looking for here is we're looking to get to this elevator up here on the top floor. If you come in on one of these bottom floors, just hit those stairs there and then come up here to where it says exit. Go and call this elevator. Once this elevator gets here, we will go in here and select ground floor. Lorville is probably one of the bigger cities in terms of how every point of interest is kind of spread out. There is also perimeter gates that add to its complexity as well, and I'll try to go over that stuff as much as I can. Once you get out of the elevator here, we're just going to hook it around. It's really only one way to go. It's kind of a exposed area right there. Go up those stairs here, and then we're going to make a left, and we're going to go up these stairs and with the sign that says Metro Center. We're going to go down these steps here, and you're going to see that there are some perimeter line and a spaceport line. That is the hospital, which we'll cover in a little bit. There's two lines here, perimeter line and spaceport line. We want to take the blue line to get to the spaceport and get in our ship. Each one of these districts is connected by public transportation or a tram. So once you get here, you'll be waiting for this train to show up. Once it gets here, it'll depart shortly, and then the next stop will be TISA Spaceport. Once the tram reaches the TISA Spaceport, you can exit. You can see it says exit to the right, and then the exit sign's here. Every city, when you get to the spaceport, you're going to have to go through a customs serpentine. So we're going to go ahead and go through here, and there's a sign up here that says customs area. That's how you know you're on the right track. So we're going to go through customs here, which winds back down through here. You can use this here to pay any crime stat for crime stat 1 or 2 at that terminal. You come up in here. There are your terminals to summon your ship. There's also a lost and found over here, a delivery Covalex terminal, and then also another terminal for paying off fines and stuff like that. New Deal is probably one of the best ship sellers. They have a wide selection, so I think that's why a lot of people like Lorville. Up here is the Chairman's Club entrance, and then back down through here is where all of your hangar elevators are going to be, and then also your Advantage rentals where you can rent ships from there. So all you have to do is get here, get to that terminal, summon your ship, and then go back down that way, hit the elevator to get to your hangar, which will be denoted on your screen. Identifying TISA Spaceport from atmosphere is pretty simple once you know what to look for. The big iconic structure in Lorville, this thing right here, that's going to be your landmark. Those long ramp-like side essentially is what you're looking at. If you roll down that side of the structure, you would roll right into the spaceport, which is right here. It's probably easier to see at night because there are hovering signs around the spaceport in blue lettering that say TISA Spaceport. But that is how you identify it. I usually get pretty close here before I call for landing, just out of habit. But just to give you guys kind of an idea, kind of just come in like this. If you use that big structure right there as a landmark, no matter which direction you come in at, you'll be able to get oriented and get yourself docked up. The first area that we're going to go over is going to be the Central Business District. We're still at the spaceport, so we came out of the spaceport, out of the customs area there, and then we can head over here to the green line. We'll run down through here and we'll get on this tram here. This is really only have 2 points of interest here, which is going to be the trade development, so the TDD, and then also a vendor that you can buy ship weapons for. If you're doing any sort of salvaging especially if you're scraping RMC off of ships and you want to sell here at Lorville, or if you want to sell any refined ore or things like that, you will have to visit the business district here to access the trade terminals at the TDD. But once I get there, I'll kind of like show you around the area, and there's not a whole, it takes a while to get to the area. That's probably one of the biggest complaints people have with Lorville, is there's a lot of foot movement to get from point A to point B. It's kind of very much spread out in terms of where all the points of interest are, if you compare them to the other cities. But a lot of people do enjoy the kind of industrial kind of aesthetic going on here in this city. Alright, once you get here, as you can see, this is one station, and then the other station is across the way. Not this door, but it's on the other side. So if you kind of follow this up the stairs, you're going to want to go into where it says HD. That's going to be where we're going to be going. If you go down this way, that's going to be the other tram station. So this is the Central Business District. We're going to get up through here. We're going to hit the TDD first and show you how to get there. And as you can probably already tell, it's quite a hike to get anywhere in Lorville. Alright, so once you get up in this main area, you'll see a lot of weapons and stuff on display, which you can purchase from the display. We're going to go to the left here, go back down through here, and down these steps, and this is the TDD. So you can use these terminals in here to sell commodities, RMC, or whatever else you might be trying to offload. Let's go ahead and go back out the way we came, and then we'll just shoot right across over here to the HD showcase. A lot of ship weapons here on display, and there's even more back in here for purchasing. They're really known for their laser repeaters, laser cannons, so if you're in the market for like anything like that, that's where you'd go. So as you can see here, you can just basically purchase anything off display in there. The next place we're going to be going to can be a little confusing for a lot of people. It is the Metro Center, where a lot of different things are located, and probably one of the places in Lorville you're going to be spending the most time, mostly because the residential area is in Metro Center. So whenever you log into the city, you're already going to be in the Metro Center. But it's also where you can buy your mining equipment or some armor or things like that. It's also where the admin shop is, so if you're just doing construction materials, then you won't really have to come all the way out here to the Central Business District. Before we get into the Metro Center, I want to talk about the perimeter gates. I'm not going to go all the way down through this little path. The transits can be a little bit long because takes you to the exact perimeter of the city. But down the stairs here to that side of the station, it would be gates 1 through 3, and then if you go up here, it would be gates 4 through 6. Now, if you want to summon ground vehicles or anything to load into other ships, you'll have to use the terminals at these gates. And so essentially you would just go here, and there will be a tram that will basically rotate from Metro Center from gate 6 to gate 5 to gate 4 and then back. And there's 2 trams for each one of these little stations here. And so this platform 5 will be rotating through 4, 5, and 6, and so forth. Once you get to the actual gate, there's not a whole lot to see. There's some terminals where you can summon ground vehicles, and then they will spawn in garages. So if you're playing with somebody else, then they can follow your tracker and help you load up that stuff from here. Now let's go ahead and get into Metro Center. It can be pretty confusing. There's a lot of stuff here. You can see there's the residences. Leviston Station is basically going to take you to the Central Business District that we came from. And then you have the bar, and then you have the hospital, and then reclamation and disposal, which is an endpoint for some missions. And then TNS is the shop here. The first thing we're going to hit is going to be the hospital. If you come down through here, You can check in. There's a pharmacy and all that. Then use the elevators to go up and use those services. If you go all the way back through here, there's a desk is where the terminal is, and then the elevators are back over there. I tend to not use hospitals at major cities because it's just a big time sink to go to the different floors. Sometimes they send you to the very top floor. It's kind of inconvenient. So let's go and hook back around. As you can probably tell if you've been paying close attention, we're kind of going back the way we came when we came from the residence and login, which you are correct. This is the Metro Center sign right there we just came out of. If you go back this way, it's just going to take you back to the login area where the residences are. We're going to come down here to the right, and I'm going to go all the way down here first. And as you can already tell, there is an admin office sign right there, and this is where the admin office is. It's where you can sell your construction materials or whatever else you might have. You can also use this terminal to pay off crime stat 1 or 2 fees. Let's go ahead and go out here. Look at the sign here. This is Lewiston Station, and then TNS's. We're going to go down here. We're going to hit up there. You can either go here. This is where reclamation and disposal are, and then that's another entrance for the hospital over there. And then you have this bar, which is kind of a pass-through bar. You can kind of go all the way through, and then you can open this other door to come out on this other side. Don't let that confuse you, because it will confuse a lot of people. When you come down the stairs, we came in that door, which was where reclamation and disposal were. If you just ignored that door, you can just come straight through here, and that's where that other exit is for M&Vs. We're going to make a right down here, and this is where TNS is. This is where you can buy your mining heads. Can't buy mining mods here, but you can also get some undersuits and some armor and things like that. For whatever reason, this shop is always really low FPS for me. I don't know if anybody else has that same issue, but it's like the worst performing spot in the entire city. Look at this, just insane. I don't know what's going on in this little shop here, but once you come out of it, you're like, you know, back to normal. It's some crazy stuff there. So now you can see Central Line here. If you keep following Central Line to Lewiston Station, this will take you to the business district where we already kind of came from. It looks a little bit like the Spaceport, Teaser Spaceport, when you come in here with the ceiling decorations and stuff like that. But yeah, this is just a faster way to the business district. So if you're going to log in and sell RMC, you could come this way, and it would be a little bit quicker than going to the Spaceport and then getting off the Spaceport and going Green Line to the business district. It's a little bit of a quicker way to go about it. But that's pretty much it. That is pretty much Lorville in a nutshell. So the biggest thing I can tell people, it can be confusing when you first start playing, but just read signs, and just like you would, you know, traversing a new city in real life, just read signs, follow the directions, and you'll be good to go before you know it. If you come down this way, this is just going to take you kind of down to the production quad. There's not a whole lot to be seen down here yet, but you know, it exists. Not necessarily a point of interest as of yet. You can also further go down here, and this will put you right out here where that other entrance to the hospital was. M&V's was over there, and then the reclamation and disposal over there. That's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully now you have a little bit more of a perspective on Lorville and how to get around and where everything is. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.